Hello and welcome. This is June 12th, 2025, and this is a love attunement group healing. We welcome all of you here. You are certainly warriors at this time and angels and bringers of a new dawn. We are certainly in an of uh, error era of great change right now. And so we welcome you, magical humans, wherever you came from, and we celebrate. We are being celebrated, that's what they're saying, by the beings that are coming in this evening to love and support us and shower us from the unseen realms, recognizing that we are the ones that have been answering the call to shine on a path of love. And we are asking for support as we do this right now. Because as we are on a path of love, we are fleshing out all the shadows that would challenge us on this path of love. And so we are wayshowers and we are illuminaries, and we are looking for our wisdom and our mastery and essentially returning to purity. And that's when the shadow really does come into harmony and we resonate at this pure form again. And it is coming fast and furious right now. And that's why there is so much coming up to the surface to be released. So it feels like these gatherings are a bit more like 991, 911 mandatory calls. So emergency, self-love, and compassion for ourselves and everyone in existence. It feels like I get a lot of red flags to stop, drop, and roll right now when the chaos feels like it's dominating everything. And so the chaos, this is where the shadow lies. It's in the chaos. And our wisdom lies in the shadows, waiting to be discovered, waiting for love, attention, and transformation. And so we're called to this, uh, it's almost like this uncomfortable but necessary surrendering. It's taken me years to even be able to say that word. I was so resistant of it. I I felt like that had a really negative connotation to it. And now I'm understanding from spirit source as they teach me daily that it's surrendering the struggle of the ego. And so now it's making more sense to me. So if we really want to ease our suffering in an experience, there's a place that we connect to a sense of stillness and truth and clarity and calmness in our being that resides in our divine line. It resides in our divine line, in that I am presence. And so that if we always have a finger on it or one foot in it, like something that's always saying hello to it, having a reference point to it, that's how we can identify the darkness in the chaos. I'm not talking about like loss of someone we love and the pain and grieving that goes along with it. I mean, when life gets feels like the doo-doo's always hitting the fan and you're not recovering, and for an extended period of time you feel like you're in a fight with somebody or something or an entity or uh, some sort of um, business or a political figure or whatever it really is that really, gets your goat. If there's a wound that has been um, not addressed to its core and it overshadows all your relationships. I'm talking about that. I'm talking about the stuff um, that is our cross to bear in this lifetime. It is a sign of truly wanting to grow, truly wanting to our soul, right? Not our ego, our soul wanting the to yield the highest potential of growth and learning and evolution in every incarnation. And those that come to these sessions, that we are really striving for a sense of this knowingness, a sense of this connection. Some people um, aren't as empathic and lead a very simple fulfilling life, and they're not um, digging deep. they might have had 100 lifetimes where they busted their balls, and this one's kind of like they're in between slide life. I don't think anyone that comes to these things is amongst that. I think we are all growers. Yes, I did press recording. Thank you so much. And so what I'm noticing with the shadow is it's coming up a lot, but it's releasing easier and wants to go home to unity consciousness more than ever. So staying in this stream of love consciousness is a real daily moment to moment practice, because there are so many aberrant mental thought forms out there looking to test us, test our faith, test our strength, test our commitment to the light. And in my opinion, empaths feel it the most. So you might think you master something in one moment, and the next moment you literally get tested on it, and the universe is like, "Oh, good, you said you were over your shame or your anger. Here's an opportunity. Let's see how you do." Like, it can happen that fast. So anyway, having compassion for all of us on this path of light, and wanting to be an illuminary in the best version of ourselves we can, and many, or if not most or all of us, are of service to others at this capacity, whether it's for a living, or our families, or our communities, or ourself and our growth, and really having a deep sense of remembering who we are. So to have a lot of compassion in these really heightened times, the X class flares that have been hitting the planet, the solar flares, they're here for us, not against us. They're trying to help us. They're trying to dislodge the stuff in us that's been stuck. Because when it stays stuck, it actually, and we don't recognize it, know what it is, and address it as something that we do have uh, power to do, it can just attract a lot of really hectic stuff in our lives, and make the timing seem weird, and um, make things seem very stagnant. And so, before we go any further, let's do our brain balance, so that our left brain can just calm down, and we can go parasympathetic and really reside in our right mind, our mind of intuition, and which is our connection to God. So coning our fingers and crossing them and plugging them into our forehead. Our intention is balancing the right side, left side brain hemisphere as we breathe gently in and out. And when you feel a sigh or a shift, switch so the other hand is in front, until you feel a calmness start to happen. And then when that feels good, just hold your hands out outside your head and see rainbow light coming from one hand to the other through your brain, until there's a sigh, a shift. Okay, good. Thank you. Ooh, there we go. Ah. Okay, good. Here's our happy place. Okay, and so we'll claim our names, holding our thymus, and I like to tap it just to say that there's my soul has a name in this body, and as we claim it, then everybody else's energy has to leave. So I am Ann Jeanette. You say this with your microphones off to out loud or in your head. I am Ann Jeanette, Annie Nelson, Anastar. You're saying your own name and only, and I accept this healing for my highest good. And we now call in with gratitude and welcome with love, the harmony, and the power of the violet flame of transmutation, and the benevolent beings of light from our grand and great central suns. And as always, we illuminate with this solar sun force and the energies of the Elohim, which are the 12 rays of the sun, illuminating our 12 chakras, our energy centers. igniting the flame within our heart, the trifold flame within our heart, and activating heavenly light codes that are assisting us. We're getting downloads right now. It's coming from our higher self soul expression, and they vibrate at finer frequencies. So sometimes we don't know that they're happening until we get quiet in a space like this. And we're illuminating and igniting our mighty I am presences, which is our monads, our divine blueprint, our rainbow body, calling in Mother, Father, God to glow within our light stream through our central column to transcend obsolete patterns of separation and duality in ourselves. So we may model this to our loved ones, all humans, all sentient beings, clients, neighbors. And we invoke the golden flame and the violet flame dragons. There we go. They are already doing cleanup because most of us started releasing before we even logged on. And of course, our magical unicorn guides, here we go. They're coming in droves. And they'll come in different colors to see which ones you sense. We're calling in the dolphins and the whales tonight. And of course, our guardian angels, the Great White Brotherhood, the great archangels, and the ascended masters, the beings of pure light from the realms of the illuminated truth, assisting humanity, taking our next steps of growth and evolution to help us with ease and grace. So we change right to the core of our DNA to activate our ancient wisdom. There we go. Ignite our internal flames, etherizing anything which is holding us back. So we come out of the confines of our lower scales of realities. Thank you, Source. And we see each of us is a ball of light in a circle. So we're in a circle, and each of us is a ball of light in that circle. And our I am presences are in the center of that circle. Wow, this is good. Woo-hoo. A pillar of light, which is our I am presences, all uniting back to Source in the 0 point field, right in the center. It's like a plasma field of oneness right in the middle of all of us. I command you, God, to place each person live or listening to the recording in a sphere of unconditional love from the ultimate dimension, our sacral points in the center, our divine blueprints of DNA activated at our highest potential. So remember to feel beyond the words. Now you can start to sense what the space is, the texture of the space around us. And you might be able to sense that it's shifting from chaos to coherence. If you are, definitely put it in the chat, and that helps me stay plugged into how everybody's doing. And tonight's topic is love attunement. The more we can attune to what we just called in, to what we're sinking into, to what we're consciously connecting to, that note of perfection, that note of purity, that note of divinity that is the essence of ourselves. Yes, good, thanks. I'm glad you're feeling it too. The more we can play that note within our being on a regular basis, the more it can start to ripple out into our events that we are experiencing in life. Does it make the event easier? Not really. I mean, it doesn't make it go away. No. Does it, we start to just not care? No. It's to say I'm experiencing life on life's terms, but I have a coherence in me of light that is going to experience that with me, all aspects with me, the parts that are integrated and the parts that would like to be integrated. And so it's like claiming our flow in the life stream. There's two streams of consciousness on the planet. One is a life stream and one is an anti-life stream. One is a stream of lightness and one is a stream of darkness. And we can feel when we're in each of them. We know. And so what we're trying to do is not stay in the stream of darkness to the point where it's affecting our mind and we're generating negative thoughts on a regular basis um, for extended period of times, because anyone knows that's had dark night of the soul, when you're in darkness for an extended period of time, it will either bring you to the point where you're on your knees and asking for help, or you get to the point where you're like, ask the important questions. What am I learning here? What am I mastering? What gifts and tools and wisdom do I have in this darkness to illuminate so I can see clearly my way through this? See, this is where we get good at this shadow work. And so light and support is being illuminated across the entire cosmos for us in these tumultuous times. And there is certainly, if not in ourselves, those that we love around us, or the news, or our neighbors, clients, whoever we're serving, so much anxiety and tension in us and around us. And you may feel overwhelmed. You may feel too busy, chaotic, tired, burned out, running on empty, not able to rejoice in ourselves, wondering if something's wrong with ourselves or the world or both, and a lot of frustration, like why haven't I healed this yet, or shifted, or why hasn't it gotten easier, when is it my turn? Feeling off-centered, ungrounded, hypersensitive, overly empathic, and not getting enough deep rest and rejuvenation and respite from it. So does anyone know what I'm saying? Does anyone experience anything I just said? um if so, yeah, okay, good, thanks. I'm not alone. Excellent. hmm And so, what is this? Thank you for chiming in. What is the symbolism of this full moon? Here's the strawberry moon behind me, and it has the 12 astrological signs around it. So I thought it was a beautiful. What is the symbolism of the full moon that we had last night? And if anyone, it worked. It had me up from 2:30 to 4:30, and it worked on my whole feminine side. And it does. I am not like blowing rainbows up your butt when I say it actually feels better on my left side from just merging with the essence of the moon last night. Even though it kept me up, something happened because I consciously connected to it and received it. And the mood is feminine energy, right? My left side. It worked on my left side. So the full moon, the symbolism at its core, symbols illumination, completion, manifestation. It's a culmination phase when all the energy you've put into past intentions or efforts often comes to the surface, either as tangible results or like an emotional revelation. Yay. Symbolically, it's a time to pause, reflect, and gain clarity about your current path. The full moon's light is seen as bringing hidden aspects of our life into focus. See if that resonates. Providing a moment of truth and self-awareness. It is feminine energy. Just see what that light of the full moon is offering you right now. It's like shining a light on our shadows, making it easier to find our way forward, right? We just want a way to move a little bit so we don't feel so stuck. And the full moon is a powerful time to let go of things that no longer help you. And this could mean breaking a bad habit, moving on from anger, releasing an emotional pain you've been holding on to. It's an opportunity to clear your mind and feel lighter. Okay, it's also in Sagittarius, devotion of truth. Ooh, awesome. I didn't know that. Thank you. Okay. So we're getting an Oreo cookie here because we have this moon from last night, and we're looking, our next my next big fun thing I'm looking forward to is the solstice. So I feel like we're having a sandwich. Um, and the summer solstice is it's bookending us, this beautiful full moon and the solstice holds deep spiritual significance, representing the triumph of light over darkness at the peak of solar energy. It's time for celebrating abundance, growth, and inner illumination. The solstice encourages us to embrace our own radiance, align with transformative power of the sun, and embark on a journey of self-discovery and spiritual awakening. So if you're already on it, that path, the solstice just every time it comes, twice a year, just gets deeper and deeper meaning and more connection to us. This is our family as we realize that they're here to support us. And so every phase we go through the calendar year is another opportunity for us to receive its gifts. And so as we tap into and invoke the cosmic realm, the angelic and benevolent realms, to hold us, to assist us, to transform us, we have to remember to ask them for help, because sometimes humans don't know how to help us. Everybody's in it, right? So sometimes they're not the ones. It's usually when we're brought to our knees and we have that come to Jesus moment. It's this deep connection to the source of our essence that is going to be yield the highest deepest truth for us. It's in our sorrow and pain, in the places where we feel like we're breaking. That's when we find God, when we actually end up wanting to talk to that energy. And it's just a matter of remembering to talk to it. You can talk to it all day long. And it's not make this stop. It's like, what am I learning? Help me through it. Help me have the courage, the strength, the resiliency. How would you have me best show up right now? Or is it time for me to heal and then go back to helping others? So we know that avoiding our triggers isn't healing. Avoiding our triggers isn't healing. Healing happens when we are triggered and we are able to move through the pain, the pattern, the story, and walk our way to a different outcome than we have before. That's when we're illuminating. That's when we are letting the light come in and show us a path of love, a path of light through our darkness. So it's a powerful statement, attuning to the deep love and truth in this statement. It's a declaration. So just notice how it makes you feel. You can face the shadow and move forward on the path of love, knowing that the truth is this: you are worthy, you are enough, and you are lovable. You are loved. And those are the three core wounds that all humans have: feeling unlovable, feeling unworthy, and feeling like we're not enough. So if you really hold on to those deep truths and you realize them at a cellular level, it's what unlocks what has kept our DNA shadowed and unlocks the 3D to the 5D DNA. So we can actually fill the wounds, the cracks with that love and stop the shadows from running the show and feeding off our fears. This is like an internal growing up into the light, helping our wounded child, our wounded smaller selves grow up into the light and awaken. And so that the pains can get resolved finally and not just keep spinning in circles. And arguments can stop. Because one thing that they don't tell you, I'm talking about the shadow, is that they lie. And so sometimes when you ask for inner advice, you're getting it from the shadow. You're actually shadow boxing, and they lie. And so we want to get into these type of places that we're in now, these places where we're dropping deep into the light and deep into our hearts and deep into the not having an attachment to the outcome and surrendering. It's that surrendering, saying, I'm not aware of the answer right now, but I'm willing to be aware of it. Can you illuminate me? And I'm talking to source, the cosmos, my higher self, my I am presence. And so that's where this divine line, if we always keep a finger or toe in it, into this life stream and out of the death stream, it behooves us. So I'm going to share screen right now. Just really hope I can do it. Ah, let's see what it is. What is it? Share screen. I can do it. I can do it. And we're going to say this together. Pinch it on your phone if you need to see it. But this is, you all remember Louise Hay. Boy, she was a groundbreaker in the 80s with affirmations. And it took me a while to embrace this one because, of course, my ego is, screaming bullshit and that's stupid and all that until I really kept saying it enough that the vibration of it started to dance with my field and actually bring me some strange relief. Um, if you have a lot of resistance to it, like I did in the beginning when I found it, when I read it, it's because the ego and the wound is giving us a run for the money. So we will say it together. All is well. Everything is working out for my highest good. Out of this situation, whatever it is that we're working on, only good will come. I am safe. You can take a screenshot of it if you like it. And tell me what you might be noticing as you read it. What are you sensing? If you want to share in the chat, awesome. Yeah, I had to read it a few times. I initially thought it was bullshit, and then I started to cry, and I was like, why am I crying? And then I got what you guys are saying, comfort, release, equilibrium. It was like, oh, okay. Yeah. All right then. That that does make sense. Okay, so and then let's do one other kind of like power statement like we just did. And you'll do it repeat after me and bring something bring something to mind, like time management or a ongoing argument or feeling lack or feeling um like you can't get ahead or hopeless, whatever it is, because we're going to fill in the blank. Um, so fear, lack, confusion, anger, whatever it is, just have it in mind and then repeat after me. I now command that my blank be released, dissolved, and uncreated. And everything and everyone related to my blank, say it again, be healed in the highest and best ways in all directions of time, in all realities where I exist. Thank you. And notice where you feel that. Notice where you sense that. I feel it in my head. So all of us from time to time, we seek freedom from the false ego, once we really become aware of it. We seek freedom, we seek from our lower will, that energy that keeps pulling us down into the mud. And it's our separate sense of self. So we can call it the ego, lower will. And when we actually get to the point where we command, we know the truth of everything, and we command that all is hidden be revealed, um, that's when we can start to realize through our hearts that things are happening for us, not to us. That's another thing that used to bug me endlessly, maybe 10 years ago, when I would hear someone say that. Things are happening for you, not to you. And I was like, just incensed because I was consumed in my ego and my pain in my lower chakras. So, again, it's training ourselves to ask, and asking in a setting like this where we really build up the energy. I just think it's a better cup and string. I really think they're here. So now let's let's turn on some music. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. And and then we'll get comfy, go inside, and do some inner presencing work. Just see what we see. Um, Notice what we notice. You can take a nap if you want. You can do what you want. It's your time. But I would really appreciate it if someone puts in the chat that you can hear both my voice and the music simultaneously. Okay, great, thanks. Perfect. Very grateful for your feedback. Okay. So there we go. We can look at the moon. Whew. And just keep returning to our breath, breathing in through our nose and out through our mouth like a cleansing breath. We're breathing in the light. We're letting the light come into our cells, and we're exhaling it as light as well. Okay. So for this inner presencing, we're just reminding ourselves that the full moon helps us with completion and fulfillment, heightened emotions. It helps us with illumination and clarity, release and healing. Here comes the unicorns just want to remind you again that they're here. They're so cute. Oh my God. Okay. The full moon helps us with community and celebration. This is why I'm so grateful we get to come together so close to the moon, and just feel the container we're in, so that all these kernels of unworthiness dissolve and transform. Let all the kernels of not feeling lovable transform with the unicorn love. Attune yourself to this unicorn love. Let all the points of origin of lack, shame, isolation, not feeling enough transform into butterflies as the love of the sun and the moon envelop us and reconnect us to the truth of our existence. Let your cells evolve into purity again. Let it hold that vibration of purity as it was in the beginning. Just let it happen. There you go. Good. Allow yourself to be whole once more as these separations in our being unite with oneness, attuning this love of the sun and the moon to our entire being. We are family. Feel the love that the universe has for each of us. Attune to this love. Let it play your divine line like a harp string. We are her children. I'm going to give you a visual that's out of my Taoist astral healing book, that the moon is related to the, let me see, the right eye, I believe. Yeah, the moon is related to the right eye, the yin energy, the water element. So just see if you can picture the moon in your right eye, and let the sun be in your left eye, your yang eye, fire element. The sun is in your left eye and the moon is in your right eye. Just see if you can entertain that. Oh, it feels good. Okay, great. Oh, see what that does to your mind, to your brain. Attune with that love of the moon and the sun in our eyes. The sun in our left eye, the moon in our right eye, yin and yang. Okay, great. This is a prayer for the gratitude and acceptance that we are going to feel as we really merge with these love energies, attuning to this love. And I heard Patricia Cota Robles read this a little bit ago, so maybe some of you even have heard it. Through the power of God anchored in my heart and within the hearts of all humanity, I invoke the divine light of gratitude and acceptance. Precious sacred fire, blaze in, through, and around every electron of my being. Flood my consciousness with gratitude for and the acceptance of God's infinite flow of abundance. Lift me into the realms of truth and bless me with the clear inner knowing that the God supply of all good things is my divine birthright. I relinquish now, in the name of God, all of the power I have ever given to lack and limitation through my thoughts, words, actions, or feeling. I relinquish now, in the name of God, all of the beliefs I have ever had that are based in poverty consciousness, in deep humility and gratitude. I consecrate and dedicate my very life to be the open door through which God's infinite abundance will flow to bless me, my family, friends, clients, neighbors, co-workers, and all humanity. As I think, speak, feel, and act, the presence of God within me is expanding God's gift of prosperity to all life evolving on earth. I am an awakened light being. I gratefully accept God's gift of love, prosperity, and infinite abundance. And so it is. I am, I am, I am. Think into this cuddle puddle. And I'll be silent for a few minutes to let Spirit keep working on you, in you, and around you as you offer up or bring in whatever you are called to. Know that the healing and the rejuvenation and the connection and the attunement to love is taking place within you, within your mind, your body, and your spirit. Allow it and welcome it. It's being done for you, and this is beyond the mind. As we live stronger in our tunnel of light and know that that is why we are here, and that connects us with what we are here to do, and feel in our hearts and our wholeness that the path to peace on earth is through our hearts. And then we will magically stop pushing and welcome in the gentle flow of being led as we move into the currents of the timing of the cosmos. We can't make it all happen. We have to relax and sink in and allow this unconditional love and compassion to go where our ego resists it. where it wants things to stay chaotic and fast-paced and dramatic and scattered. We master the art of allowing until the ego wants to evolve into the superego. Notice what you're sensing and perceiving. The space we've created is a self-cleaning place. The dragons are cleaning up the space around us as the dross is lifting up and out. And the unicorns are helping us receive these codes of light right into our being. I'm gonna turn off the music and start to deepen your breath as we're gonna come back into circle together. And I'm gonna turn on my camera again. Have a sip of water. It's near you. We thank all the beings of love and light that came here today to support us. We are honored by your presences and your love as we attune to this offering. And we know that it can keep running in our space for up to 72 hours. So we can just gently keep drinking from this flow, especially into our evening dreamtime hours tonight. And if you're asleep now, that's fine. But we're going to run some integration energies now, some golden infinity loops from our left eye to our right eye, from our left brain to our right brain. You might even want to do it with your fingers tracing like this. From the head through the throat to the heart. From the left shoulder through the heart center to the right shoulder. Do it with whatever hand feels best. Actually, my left hand feels best for this one. And then a bigger infinity loop from above our head to below our feet, the alpha and the omega chakras. Dropping an anchor from our tailbone into the heart of the earth. And asking that our aura be tucked into this grounding course and this cord into our golden anchor to the crystalline core of the earth, receiving this integration to the degrees that are most appropriate, not too loud, not too soft for body, mind, and spirit. And we thank you all for creating this with us, through us, for us. And I'll check in a few weeks to see if we want another one at the end of July. And if the summer's too busy, just respond to my email, pretty please, and say, yes, I want one, or no, I don't. I need at least 5 people to attend to have it happen. So I'm very grateful for those that respond. And every dollar that you contribute means the world to me. And it encourages me to keep doing this for a living, for a profession, to support myself. And it is very appreciated and needed. So I am grateful for you all for trusting me and walking with me on this path and mirroring to me what spirit wants to talk about. And so I'm going to turn off the recording and then stay in uh, to stay and talk with whoever wants to chat. Okay, love to each and every one of you. And I will send the recording out right when we're done with this. And thank you all. So many blessings.